most of it's probably mental. You don't like dark places that are wet and you're claustrophobic. You have a bunch of phobias and stuff. It's not going to be the place for you. So welcome to part 2 of the Prosperity Porter, Idaho mine. So we're going to take the drone up and just give you a pretty good view of the around the mine before we go back to where we left off last week. This is where we landed with the helicopter. This level here is one of the main haul levels. There's a railway going along. As you can see, a portal right in the very middle. We went in there last week. So if you didn't see part 1, check out part 1 and then check this one out if you like. And we hiked further up the mountain. There's other at it, so those other ones didn't go anywhere. And then in the middle of the picture, you can see a big pile of steel there. That is actually a tram tower that's collapsed. So the cable went from the top tram to that tower that collapsed. You can see there's a couple. There's the Goat Hotel. That's where where they fed the guys and whatnot. And this is the big tram tower. This is a really cool tram tower. It's a large building. Most of it's collapsed, but the main part of it's still there. What you're looking there is actually the ore bins, and inside there's a huge tram wheel and a small one. There's 2 trams, a smaller tram that went from the Porter, Idaho to there, which is actually the Prosperity mine. And then there's an ore bin, so that's the reason it's still standing, because the ore bin's very substantially constructed. And as soon as we finished showing you around in the air, we're going to resume part 2 of the show by taking you inside there, seeing the big bull wheel and all the buckets and all the cool stuff in there. So this is the level just above the tram. So the railway went from here right into the top of the ore bins. So if you look in the very middle, there's an adit there. We were there last week too. You can check that out. And there's a whole bunch of buildings. Some of them were constructed newer on some of the old footings. And there's also a large air compressor there that seemed to be in pretty good shape. And so we'll show you around the rest of the site a little bit. We hiked from here up quite far up into the snow. There's a bunch of adits in there. We didn't find anything really interesting in these adits. So much of this stuff is collapsed because there's so much snow. There's 30 feet of snow that is up there. It's steep country. It's loose rock. And there's a lot of stuff collapsed. Here's another one. I don't think we found this one right in the very middle of the picture. There's another adit there. As you fly over, you see a lot of adits, and we didn't get to each and every one of them, but I'm pretty sure we got all the cool ones. And we went into quite a few this week. We'll show you what we found in the other adits we got to. So there's the tram at the very top, and you see that big line going from the top right to the bottom left. That's the tram line. So it goes from there 5 miles all the way to the Portland Canal. So that was the main tram line. The other one's the smaller tram line that just goes across the valley to the Porter, Idaho. The other lines you see, they're other trails going to other adits, and we hiked along some of those trails and found that. So we're looking towards the Portland Canal here. You can see just how steep this country is. They first got up there with horses. Hard to believe you could actually move around there with horses, but all right, so we're at the very height of land here. So the Portland Canal is in the background. Just over that hill there is this town of Steward. And you see that valley. The canal went along that valley to the Portland Canal. At the very bottom left-hand side, you see the valley there. The tram line actually went down there. There's a mid-tram station here. We'll show you that in a helicopter. And then it went all the way to the Porter, Idaho. So we're going back then the other way, looking the other way, not to the Portland Canal, the big glaciers there. I'm not sure what the glacier is called, but the mine's all kind of in front of us. The glacier looks really neat from up there, as did other stuff. So you can see the tram, that big line there. It goes up to the main tram tower again there. So we're going to show you back up in here and just a little bit more to show you. And then we'll get inside that big tram tower and show all the cool stuff that we found there. Just stunning scenery up here, just really jaw-dropping. I mean, the drone doesn't do it justice. On the other side here, we're looking here. There was other mines there. That's where the Port of Idaho was on the other side. And again, that river there is where the tram line followed that and went to the Portland Canal. So This mine shut down in 1931, so it's been quite a while since this tram's been operating, and we're just panning across here, and you can see the buildings and some of the other adits. So you see those two towers there? Those towers are from the small tram that just went across the valley and into the mines of the Port of Idaho. So this is the Portland Canal in that valley there. That's where the ore came right down there to the and BC is on the left side of that canal, and Alaska is on the right side of the canal. And there's Hyder, Alaska. You can see those few buildings there. That's where Hyder is. So that's the Portland Canal that divides Canada and the United States. This is Steward, British Columbia. In the middle, you can see the airstrip. That's where we took off in the helicopter. And we went straight up to your right, 7,000 feet up to get up to the mine there. So it's quite a climb. Only 2 miles as a crow flies from Stewart to the mine, but 7,000 feet straight up and over a river. There's Hyder again. And okay, we'll get into the mine and we'll show you the rest of the mine. I'm going to fall through. I'm not sure how secure all this is. It's already sinking down. So we come down that slide. And we're looking, you can see the big tram. There's a no trespassing sign. Hard to believe. Hard to believe. Trespassing is much of an issue here. Maybe the goats can read it.
Oh, there's an eagle.
A weasel?
An eagle.
Oh yeah, that's pretty neat. So I grip the tram. Yeah. Gonna slowly make our way down to the Goat Hotel. Piles of drill steel here.
Yeah.
There's 2 foot, 4 foot, 6 foot, and 8 foot. That's how they drilled in the old days.
Did you see this old wood roller?
Yeah, there's an old roller there. Oh, here's the derailleur. And here's the bins where they load the ore. All manual. Rusted up. Manual ore chute gates. All rusted. Oh, a lot of them, eh? There's a tram bucket. There's a tram bucket here. On this side. Right underneath where the loading chutes are. Oh yeah. The last car, huh?
Can I crawl through there?
Yeah, you can. It's a little rusty, but tram. When we did the tram special,
Yeah.
I think it's got the same kind that lets the cable go. Yeah, look at the cable goes into there, and it releases it off of the cable. It's got that same kind that we saw that guy had. That I don't know what kind of tram that was, but it releases the cable off of this clamp. A little different style. I must have had a rod in there maybe that releases the cable from the clamp. That looks like it loosens the cable off maybe. When it trips on something, maybe it loosens the cable. Yeah. It's an interesting looking bucket, eh? And the rigging and stuff works really cool too. That'd be a good artifact, eh? If you had a helicopter or something. There's the top of that. Some cool pictures here. And another tram bucket in there. 2 more tram buckets. Those buckets are nicer shaped, they're riveted too. The terminal's here. So the tram buckets came to here, and then they slid on a rail into the terminal. They filled them up and they put them back on the line. Yeah. Neat looking wheel. Compressor tank. See the skip car? That's a neat looking skip. And what we'll be doing here, being mine somewhere to get from higher levels to lower levels. And oh, that's an old compressor, all in pieces now. Air compressor, Ingersoll Rand air compressor on wheels. Look at the size of these cables. And you know, the tram cables are different than regular cables because they're smooth like that. Not like regular wire rope. Again, you can see those other small little tram towers are going to go to the lower workings of the mine, which we're going to check out here pretty quick. Continue to work our way down into the Goat Hotel, they call it. So this is what the Goat Hotel looks like on the inside. I guess it'd be a place you can spend the night. Worst come to worst, I suppose. It's the only building left standing here. Old beer bottles from the 70s. It's kind of rickety. Checking into the Goat Hotel, ma'am?
Yes, please, sir.
Would you like a glacier view or the mountain view? Oh, there's a bed.
Yep.
Well, I guess you can sleep on there if you have to. Old broom.
What's this little thing? A stove?
Yeah, a little stove.
Cool.
Yeah, there's the view from the Goat Hotel. Pretty nice view. I'm going to take this old valve for a souvenir if we don't find anything better. We'd much rather have this drill sharpening machine, but it looks a little heavy. I think I'm strong enough to flip this up. We'll see.
Oh.
As tough as I think I am, I guess I am. Oh, that's heavy. Oh, look at these steel towers. They're all falling over. It's probably because of avalanches. There's more snowfall here than any other place in BC and Stewart, so it's not they get 20, 30 feet of snow on the ground here in the wintertime. So those must make some huge avalanches that come running down these mountains and knock those steel towers over. Incredible as it seems, I think that's what happened to them. Pretty cool place to have lunch, eh? Can't beat the view. Service is good too. I got a sandwich right away. I just sat down and it came. There was an old pack horse trail that ran along here, so we're kind of wondering if this might be it, but maybe it just goes to the bottom adits. We'll see. No, it's a beautiful compressor here. I would have thought the helicopter would have landed us here. That's a really nice landing spot. But I guess he's trying to save us maybe the hike up to the top, which we did anyhow. So and here comes Junior Mountain Goat. Generator or compressor? Compressor. Definitely compressor. Look at the pipe. Yeah, there's the air tank. So we think this is the Porter, Idaho. The bottom one and the top one was actually called the Prosperity. They're all operated together at one time, I think. But they were two separate claims. Originally, Fairbanks Morse. It was a little electric generator, probably run off of steam. Or compressed air, maybe, I don't know. Nice trails to walk along here, even if you're not a goat. There's an adit right here, but we're not sure if we want to try it. We might be able to get into there. Maybe if we can use that cable. We've had that cable break on us. You know, you got a rusty cable like that, and you kind of trust it to go around that rock. I don't know. I don't even know if we can get in there. That cable's all right.
Oh.
This one's been blasting shutouts. Okay, we'll make our way along and see if we can find something else. So, unfortunately, those two appear to be plugged. Lots of like new rail and everything in here, so. And it's actually quite a bit of waste rock here. So, you know, they go in quite a ways. But we can't get by here, so we're gonna keep following the trail further down and try to get some more at it. Not much climbing today, so if Sharon's seen something she could climb. I bet you it'll be like everything else. You're looking up here and you think, oh, that's not a very high tower.
These mazes do everything.
How's the view up there?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Man, it's starting to look like most of these attics are blasted shut. We did see a bunch of the helicopter. And there was one just around the corner. It was shut. That one's closed. In a lot of ways, you kind of feel sad being here because you realize how much work it was for all these guys to have all these buildings and set this mine up and everything. It's all kind of going back, and Mother Nature is restoring it. But yeah, we might be able to get in here. This might. Maybe. Yeah, skunked again. They blasted them shut. This one too. Just too many coincidences have that many at it. Not one of them open. Yeah. Yeah. They blasted them. Yeah. Blasted them all shut. You can almost get through there, but I don't think so. No, it's too skinny. Oh, I got a neat wheelbarrow and also a pickaxe. Pickaxe. That's a cool wheelbarrow. Huh. Steel wheel.
Okay, so Frank and I split up and he went one way and I went the other way. And I found a hole. I'm not sure if I'm brave enough to go down there by myself, but I'll see. I could get partway down there maybe. Huh. Oh, there's a wheelbarrow right there. Yep, a whole bunch of tools and stuff. See if I can go further. That's it. An old pot. Well, I was pretty brave. should take a picture while I'm in here. Now I'm going to climb back out of here. I took a bunch of pictures. And I'm going to take this pot. Ugh. Kind of scary. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so I think I found another one. This is called, it has a big A on the outside of it. And then I found a thing that says Angela Portal. So I'm gonna go in a little ways and see what's there. And still I'm by myself. So I'll go in a little ways. Oh. That's pretty deep. Don't know if that's to step on or not. Kind of. Whoa. Yikes. Oh, okay. I made it over that. Oh, it just goes this far. The end.
Here comes the helicopter. I don't know what he's doing here now. It's only 4:30. Might be somebody else. I can't remember what the one looked like that we were trying. Yeah, that's him.